Alright, welcome everyone back to game number 4 of the 2015 Creator Invitational. We are here with Starstorm as white, and okay, my colors are wrong on the board, but I'll change that in a minute. Starstorm as white versus a OGS 3 Don, which should be interesting. While I completely change these colors. Casting with me today, of course, is not Starstorm. That would be kind of weird, given that he's playing. Instead, I have someone you might remember from Game 1, Odnihs.
Hi.
Thanks for joining me for today.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. You can have fun talking about the game while I am reversing these colors.
So, right now, Xhu98, he's the black. He played a pretty common opening. It's like the orthodox opening, right? And Starstorm elected to play a splitting move on the right side, which is kind of old style.
Oh, yeah, I see that now.
More common is actually R14. That's a lot more common in professional games. You pretty much never see R10 white.
And it looks like we're actually going to see the reason behind it, judging from G16. He's looking to see if he can just get his opponent to completely enclose here, and then go back and play a move like R13, so he has a large knight with an extension on top of the board.
Right. But black has to be a little bit careful here, because if he plays K16 after white plays D15 right now, then he's going to lose Sente, and then white can play on the right side. So I think he should make the R13 exchange first, and then play on the top.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I like this. Regardless, I think if I was going to try to play this way, I still would have approached at D15 to see if I could get influence that way, just giving away a free corner to my opponent, just to make a framework on top of the board. I'm not liking that one quite so much.
Yeah, I think if D17 were at D16, this would be okay, like this kind of approach. But because it's at D17, it's a little bit worse than the usual variation.
So now we should probably see the large knight fairly quickly here. That's got to have been his plan. Backing out here would be really weird. Yeah, okay.
But R12 I think should be at R13 or R14 because R12 is a little bit too close.
You don't like the invasion?
It's a little bit too far from Q16.
You're worried about the invasion at R14?
There's a lot of RG there. I mean, maybe not right now, but later on down the road, there's probably going to be some problems.
Yeah. Very true. White has no choice really but to just make a 2-space extension here. If he really wants to try to be aggressive, maybe he could try to play a move like R5, but I don't think there's any reason to do so here unless he thinks he's Isidol. Then in which case, who knows?
I mean, I don't think it's necessarily a bad move, but I think R7 is definitely normal, which is what happened here. So next I expect black to play K16, something like that.
And yes, not biased. That is Starstorm's picture. Alright, black backed off, completing his framework here. White now has a choice. He can either be very, very calm and simply continue to aid his 2-space extension, jumping up so he can't be kept low, or he can play something else. Which one do you think is more his style?
I think he should play on the left side, or somewhere around the bottom left. Maybe like C9, maybe even to make another Shimai. Because I think that's definitely the emptiest area of the board, so it's probably the most urgent too. The top, like, it's big, but I think at this stage doing something around the 3/4 stone is bigger, I'd say.
Alright.
And so he elected to make a Shimai, which is definitely not bad.
I was just about to say, black has a choice. He can either take away the extension from white's newly found Shimari, or could keep white low as we're seeing here and keep trying to grow the framework on top of the board. Think it's too soon?
I think it's okay, but black has to be careful because white has a lot of territory already. So I mean, right now I think I would prefer white. But it's really gonna depend on how white plays at the top. But the top is very open, so I feel like it should be easy for white to live in there. And plus, white can always like reduce from the center and then play 3-3, and black has no territory.
Quite possibly. It reminds me of a game that I've seen. I don't remember which one it was, though. I was about to say it was going to also kind of depend on who actually gets Sente here. If white actually took the Sente to play elsewhere, then he's going to get completely enclosed on the right-hand side. But if black actually manages to get Sente out of this, it won't be too bad, because he can still block the extension from the enclosure on the bottom left, potentially.
I think if black gets Sente, I think Xhu98 is extremely big.
Really? Just go all in on the top?
If white invades there, then black literally has nothing.
Well, the only thing I'd be worried about here is we now have a cut point at N9, as well as the extension still lingering on the bottom of the board. Between those two, if black's going to get Sente, it's going to only come after he defends that cut point. Otherwise, I think he's going to find himself with his opponent getting a larger area than even the top of his board.
Weird here. Like, it feels a little bit inefficient. I feel like if white had played 08 at P7, that would probably have been more proper.
08 if you look at P7 here. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Because, hold on, let me... because otherwise, in this variation, like, first of all, white had a cutting point, right?
Mm-hmm.
And second of all, if white defends the cutting point, then white looks really over-concentrated. Like, he basically made black stronger for nothing.
Yeah, we definitely wouldn't want to see this.
Because then, yeah, it's just black gets 2 extra stones for free, basically.
And I think the pause here is white realizing that and being a little bit uncertain. Oh, all right. Black actually connected.
Very calm.
Now it's white
actually.
actually.
Now white has a weakness, so white has to worry about that. And of course, if white fixes right now, then I'd say this is a lot better for black.
Yeah, I can't imagine white fixing here. Only question is, what is he going to play? Because I don't think he's going to play away and allow those 2 stones to be cut in Sente.
I almost feel like he has to, but I don't know. I feel like he's kind of in a pickle right here.
You could use the corner to seal off your weakness. That would be good, but I can't see a way to do that, even with attachments.
It's not easy because the cut has nothing to do with the corner, really.
Yeah.
Like, there's no good forcing moves to fix this cut.
Oh, if you're having stuttering issues, I'm sorry about that. It will, of course, like last time, be uploaded to my channel within about a day, so you can look for it there if you are having trouble watching the stream. I do apologize that the issues there are both my connection to Twitch and your connection to the server that I'm streaming to on Twitch, because I'm not actually partnered. It's not actually being taken and recompressed and sent back to you. So you don't really have an option of where you're actually going to watch from, if that makes any sense. You're pretty much forced to watch from whatever server I'm currently streaming to, which right now is the one with the lowest latency for me, for obvious reasons.
So right now,
Invasion.
Josh decided to play away, which is definitely. I think that's definitely the right choice. He can't afford to fix the cutting point right now.
Yeah. Only question is how aggressive is black going to respond to this? Is he going to go and actually try to kill this stone, or is he just going to go look for Sente so he can take advantage of the cut point that white left behind on the bottom?
I think he will respond at the top. The thing about P18 is I don't like it that much, just because I feel like with R12, white could have just invaded the corner, and now R12 is in a much better place. It's a lot harder to invade there now. And plus, black can play L18 now, and it's pretty severe, actually.
Would you have just gone for a straight 3-3 invasion or something different?
Yeah, I'd probably either attach or 3-3.
Mm-hmm.
So right now I think black is in a pretty good place.
Yeah, White's having a little bit of trouble, but I'd be very, very surprised if this group actually died.
I don't think it'll die, but it's a little bit painful.
Yeah. Well, actually, it depends. Depends on how much, how far White or Black wants to actually harass this group. If he winds up releasing, like, all of his influence while he's trying to chase this thing around, it might actually be pretty good for White.
But the thing is that White still has a cutting point at the bottom too.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, that's another thing he's gonna have to worry about.
Yeah, I think Black should just go and grab Sente and worry about the bottom now. Now that his corner and his his G16 group are pretty much secured. He might respond here one more time.
Yeah, I might play L14.
Mm-hmm.
And then I might even Hane after that. And I think Black should be able to get Sente out of this and then come back to the bottom. So, but right now, so even if White lives right now, Black's top right corner is like
it's pretty big.
It's pretty much secure, and it's humongous.
Yeah.
So if you say that both sides have 2 corners, right? But Black has a lot more power in the center, plus White has that cutting point.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say even from a territorial standpoint, Black is not. Black is very well off.
Yeah, and that cutting point is so large, because usually whenever you have influence, you're always looking to figure out how you're actually going to use that influence effectively. But with that cut still there, you pretty much already have your answer on the board.
Well, actually, I think at this point, White might even just give up the 2 stones.
Which 2?
Black pokes. The P808 stones, if Black pushes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So I think maybe what Black should do is he should poke there once just to test White, and then Tanuki.
Looks like Black still wants to attack this top group instead.
I don't think N16 is that good, because sure, it's a forcing move and White connects, but now White's shape is a bit stronger, so White might have a little bit more resistance on the left side. You know, something around a K15 or something. Not saying that it'll work right now, but it's just I feel like N16 didn't need to be played at that moment.
Wait, the 06... no, the 06 stones are not currently dead, clearly. What he's saying is he's actually going to give up these 08 stones if this push here is played. That we wouldn't go into this variation where we're completely cut off, and these 2 stones can be harassed. He would just back up and give up these 2 stones, so we remain, we don't get disconnected.
And so I think Black should have pushed there before he connected at N9. Because right now you see Black connected at N9, he's really thick, right? So now White has no problem giving up the 2 stones.
Right.
But if Black had poked before he connected at N9, then White might be a little bit more hesitant, because then Black didn't spend that extra move to strengthen his shape.
Alright, so the question now is, what is White going to do? White has to reply one more time.
Yeah.
But I hope Black doesn't keep playing here. Because it's entirely possible he'll wind up in a position where he has to respond one more time than his opponent. A lot of Q players actually get into that constantly, not knowing when to stop attacking a group. And then they find themselves without Sente.
Yeah, that's very important. If you can understand when you can Tanuki away, you can gain a lot of advantages else on the board. I think right now, Black, I think Kone is okay.
I'm sorry, you broke out for a minute there. You said what's okay?
I think Black should Hane right now. Yeah, that's good.
Can you explain why it's better to sacrifice the 08 stones rather than leaving the 06 stones disconnected? If the stones get disconnected, then at worst they're dead. At best, they're going to have to struggle, and Black's going to just wind up getting stronger and stronger the more those 2 stones have to run away. Or we could just give up the 08 stones that aren't really doing anything right now. They're not part of like some vital disconnect of 2 weak groups. They're not giving us any real profit. So keeping connection to the outside, not getting disconnected, not getting another weak group, is more than sufficient for the death of those 2 stones. If you hold on to everything, we're just going to wind up further behind. Potentially, anyway.
Now, the double honey might have been a little bit too aggressive, possibly.
Yeah. Because that stone's going to die now.
Yeah, I don't see what black can really gain from this.
And a little bit of endgame from P19 or something, but...
Actually, white might be dying.
Really? You think he's going to?
It's very possible, actually. Because black's gonna take away the eye in Sente. Or like, he's gonna reduce him down to 1 eye. Then he can just play like P13. White's in some big trouble, actually.
Yeah, true.
If 51 moves in, I think Starstorm's actually in a lot of trouble right now.
They're playing very quickly.
Yeah.
Not that again. Well, he realized the danger. Now he's looking for his other eye before he goes back and it maybe saves his 3.
I think black should definitely extend here. You can't capture the 3 stones right now because there's too many weaknesses on the outside.
Yeah.
But I don't think he can honey either. That's also a little bit dangerous.
Who, black?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not unless he can read out both of the cuts.
Yeah. But right now it looks like both of the cuts are a little bit dangerous for black.
Yeah. Like we were talking about earlier, I don't think there's any reason to even play the Hane even to try to kill our opponent, because again, all we really want to do is get Sente here. This group is probably going to live. I would be very surprised even now if it actually dies. But black is getting strength everywhere. He's getting more strength in the middle. His corner is still fine. He might even be able to get 3 stones out of the deal. But he's playing very aggressively. He wants to kill this group.
I'm trying to read out right now whether or not black can kill this group.
Well, it's getting dangerous. He's might
Black
let
just
himself
has
be
to make
disconnected.
Black just has to make sure he doesn't get too aggressive in trying to kill it. So, if he wants to kill it, he should read everything out right now. He shouldn't let white like come in and, you know, limit the eyes. Like what black is doing right now, I don't know if he read all the possible variations to try and kill this group.
Don't think so. I think he just realizes that he's probably okay if his opponent cuts him. To be fair, what can white still do? Not really sure about that. Ah, shoot. There we go. If you hear a slight humming in the background, I do apologize for that. My case, unfortunately, is being slightly annoying. I'm going to open it up later and tighten everything because something's loose.
I think right now black is probably reading R13.
Yeah.
So Black is being extremely aggressive right now.
Yeah, he wants this dead. So he's saying right now that his opponent's going to cut, and then he's going to go back and kill off the 3 stones, and there's no way for white to make an eye after that, which I'm not sure if I agree with that.
I'm not sure if I agree with that either. I think there should be an Aji for white to get out safely.
I don't think I like that one either, because that still leaves the cut point behind, right here. So now we have this, we have this. This is actually gonna, and here, there's still an Atari. I think white's gonna live.
I think white will live, and I think this was not a good decision for black if white does live.
Yeah, I think if
black lost a lot of points through this.
Yeah, I think if black wanted to actually try to kill this move probably should have been here to at least get rid of that cut point. Because it seems like this one's like really huge.
Other than white would just play S13, and I'm pretty sure he's over.
Yeah, that's true.
Actually, well, I'm not completely sure, but
next, then you can connect up or extend over. Then you can poke at that, then attach. You might be able to get rid of that eye still. While they're looking at this, I'm actually going to go back and look at that momentarily.
So
if we go here, we can block this. Oops. We can block this. We can probably block that too. Keep it from being an eye. I mean, the moves are ugly as crap, but...
Yeah, that's true. What if white, like... let me think. What if he Haned?
If white plays the Hane instead of this?
Instead of S13.
Oh. Here?
Yeah.
Then we play this first. But that might be okay, because that still gives a lot of Aji on the other side.
Yeah, I think, cause there's like something weird with this cut, and then like
yeah, he's going after all of them.
Like, there's something up with like 011, possibly. Well, even if he just plays N11, I think that's sufficient to live.
Yep. Too many cut points. Because again, he's not just trying to go after this, he's also making sure that this actually is going to work in a minute. Because now he has an Atari here, he still has the cut, there's Liberty shortages everywhere.
And now you look at what used to be black's thickness is kind of just over concentrated stones.
It's kind of what we were talking about earlier. I mean, it's black he might have had a chance to kill this group later on in the game once the board keeps getting developed. There might be something else that's weak on the board, then you can go back and finish this off, but it's really, really hard to kill a group that only needs to survive. I guess black has a Hane here. He can't cut through.
Yeah. Definitely not.
What is this tournament? This tournament is the 2015 Creator Invitational. Essentially, lately there are more and more people who have been making videos, streaming their games, tournaments, lectures, things like that. Someone rounded a bunch of us up and threw us into a tournament.
Pretty much.
This is game 4 between... Whoa. Okay, backed off. I guess that works too. But now if he wants to continue trying to kill this, he's going to have to net after the connect.
I think I like white a lot now. Yeah, this is good. And I think, yeah, Yeah, yeah. This is fine. I think maybe white didn't have to tie right this moment. Maybe he could have disconnected first, but I don't think it's a big difference.
Extend rather than take?
I don't know about that. He's gonna lose some Yosei points there later. Unless he really, really wants to try to keep killing.
Mm-hmm. Which I think you can safely say that is exactly what he wants to do. He hasn't exactly been known for playing peaceful so far.
Yeah.
Other person commenting is the player from Game 1. His name is Odnihs. He's a 6-dan, I think, here on KGS. Is it KGS or is it AGA?
AGA.
AGA, okay.
KGS I haven't played ranked in a while. Taijim I'm 7.
Yeah, it can be hard to get high-down games on KGS nowadays.
Yeah. I mean, I think KGS I'm probably between 5 and 6, depending on what kind of day I'm having.
Oh, and of course, I am remiss. If you want to find out more about who he is, you could go to youtube.com/lightvolty, which I'm typing in the chat right now. Those of you watching on YouTube later on will find his link down below, and check out his YouTube channel.
I'm gonna try to post more videos more frequently, so yeah.
All the more reason to give him a good subscribe.
I'm trying to, like when I stream a few games on Twitch, then I'm gonna try to space them out on YouTube so they're not all on there at once.
Mm-hmm.
I can be a little bit more active that way.
Yeah.
I still think white should be okay. I feel. That's my
What's the
feeling.
move now, though? I mean, how do we get out of this?
I think it is a little bit tricky, but my intuition tells me that white should be okay. Of course, that's nothing if I can't actually read it out.
Yeah, yeah. I think black's intuition is telling him that white's gonna die.
Like, I feel like if white
extend?
plays J14, what is black gonna do? I don't think it's that clear.
Thinking just extend.
If you push again. Yeah, we can play this out, I guess.
Oh, sure. Do we need control?
Sure. So if he goes here and black extends, then white can push again, right?
Mm-hmm.
If black tries to kill him, then there's a wedge here.
Right.
White would need to block.
I
guess
it's
let me think.
It's hard to take advantage of that because if black actually manages to take that stone, then it's starting a cut. So that take is going to be Sente.
Let me think about this. It's really tricky, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, white might even run into some mobility problems here.
Yeah.
What if...
Oh.
What
Do
if
you
you
just...
play here?
I was actually wondering if you just cut first.
Cut here?
Yeah.
And black can play here. And then black went into some liberty.
Oh, again, liberty problems. Yeah.
But if white plays here, then black has to cover here. White can cut like this, and then black can't kill this directly. I think because of this and then with that.
Right.
And black is dead.
Mm-hmm.
This is Sente for black. I don't think it matters though. Because let's just say black was like this. Let's just say for example. Then black has cutting points here. So he can't play this way.
Yeah, I was about to ask if it was actually Sente for... mean, if you would hurry him back off the cut, but
I mean, so basically here, let's just say, I don't know what black can do actually, because it seems like he has too many cutting points. He has one here.
let's see what they're actually doing in the game real quick.
Okay, so that's as we thought. Okay.
Extended, yeah.
Alright, so they're pretty much playing what we thought of. Now he just has to read really carefully to make sure that he doesn't become short of liberty.
Black has to be careful not to fall into this variation.
Yeah.
And white has to figure out what to do in case of this.
Because the key right now that white has a lot of liberties, so he can pretty much win any fight. Oh, this is a little bit dangerous, I think.
Yeah.
Because black is just gonna play H15, and I'm not sure what white is going to do.
Yeah, that stupid liberty is... That little disconnection doesn't quite work.
I don't know if he... I mean, it's possible I didn't read something that he's reading, but...
No, it's fine, because H or K13 just doesn't work, because you just Atari yourself.
Yeah.
Unless he thinks that there's going to be a connection here in Yazaji by throwing in.
Well, the thing is, J15 is J15 Sente?
Definitely.
I mean, black doesn't need to respond now, right? And then he can come back.
Yeah, I'm not sure if white's going to be okay here.
This is very dangerous.
This is like all or nothing go.
Yeah, this is he didn't need to do this. Like, he could have just played the empty triangle, and I think he would have been fine. Because black had so many weaknesses on the outside.
Okay, there's the connection. So now, in order to live, white has to find a way to kill the top.
Yeah. Which isn't necessarily impossible, but
I'm a little bit puzzled about that.
Yeah,
I mean, we can poke out the eye if he goes to S15, right?
Well, if he plays S15, he plays R14. Yeah.
Right.
R14.
So if this isn't an eye, can't black just play on top and defend himself against any Aji?
Seems so. Unless there's some weird thing in the corner, like.
Surely not with the. Yeah, sure. Surely not with the 3 stones done.
So let's say black, I don't know, fixes or something. So it does this. I don't know, maybe there's something. I don't think so though. Probably
Doesn't
not.
look like it, no.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing here.
I think he's just misreading. I think he's going to assume that he can get an eye down here.
So black actually responded here.
Okay. That gives white another chance to read something on top.
Now, the thing I'm puzzled about is this all is actually pretty complicated, but they didn't spend a lot of time reading anything.
No, this is like Faith Go. It's like, I'm going to assume that you're going to die. Because if you don't, I'm in a lot of trouble, so please get on that.
If I were one of them, I would have spent a lot of time to read the sequences out. Especially because this is kind of all or nothing. You have to read everything out.
Yeah. And it bears mentioning that the person who does lose this particular game will be going down into a loser's bracket where he will be facing, what was his name again? He'll be facing Jermel in
round 2.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the winner goes on to face Shengo, who managed to beat Colossus, a Fordon who has been spending some time studying in Korea. That was a bit surprising to me.
I don't know if Sean actually improved a lot though. Like, judging from
Really?
his results when he came back, I'm not really sure if he necessarily got a lot stronger.
Alright, so we actually connected here rather than trying to reverse Sente and just kill off the stone. That gives white some opportunity.
An opportunity, but I don't know if it'll work.
True.
It's a very tense moment right now.
Standing up now. Over. Probably doesn't work because that's Sente. F18's vulgar, but I'm not sure if that's going to be enough. You decide that it will be.
If you play there, let me see. Oh, so this is the game right now.
And no, Haley is not in the tournament because she is a professional. To be fair, the tournament director did ask her before she revealed her professional status if she wanted to actually participate, but everyone knew that she was a professional before she came out and said so. So it was pretty much a given that she was going to say no, and sure enough, she did. Did offer a chance to cast, if not actually play, but I hear she turned that down as well. So no, she is unfortunately in no way in this tournament. Whoa.
I don't see. No, this isn't the game.
Oh, okay.
Oh well.
Okay.
I think black might be in some trouble now. Actually, all of a sudden. So if we go back a little bit, if we go back a little bit, I think if black had played, maybe if he played here, maybe there's something. Because white still has some weaknesses here. So if white pushes back like this,
right,
and something like this, maybe. I mean, maybe we can see this kind of vulgar move again, but it still kind of works because.
Well, now I'm wondering if it's gonna work because it's getting back into liberties again.
But if it's like this, then black is okay.
Yeah, black's still gonna die
either
there.
Kill the 4 stone or kill the 2 stones.
Or the 2 stones, right? Yeah.
But in the variation in the game, when he pushes like this, now I feel like white can just play here. And what is black gonna do? He has to cut, right?
Right.
And white will attack.
And
so
at
black
that point,
can't extend
he's
because he can go like this.
Right.
So
then he's just dead.
So black has to play here.
Yeah.
And then white can just capture, black connects.
And at this point, white's gonna live in the middle, which will probably kill white off, or kill black off, and allow white to live because he has so many liberties.
Oh no, this works because even if black plays here, white can play here.
Right.
So this is okay for white. I mean, the most he can do is play this in Sente, I guess, and then, I mean, I don't know what I don't think he can make 2 eyes in a corner. So.
No, 1 definitely, but not 2.
It looks like he's in some trouble now. All of a sudden,
yeah.
Tables have turned.
We'll have to mention this to him to both of them rather at the end of the game.
There might possibly be a ko if black plays here.
Yeah, maybe. Which case I definitely wind up losing.
I don't think this works for white. Yeah, this doesn't work for white. So it looks like it might just be a ko. In which case it's very hard for black to win this ko because first of all,
black does have a few local threats.
But the thing is that white has more local threats.
Yeah.
Because white's the one who he can play, R14. He can even play like T12. He can play K13. There's so many threats for white. Whereas black, even if black wins the ko, black already, if he wins the ko and lets white live, because
then that'd be bad.
Let's just say, first of all, if white connects here, then white can pull these stones out and kill the 5 stones.
Right.
So, even if black wins the ko, Black already gave up so many points at the top, and if white lives, then black he lost so many points here. Then all of a sudden he has no points on the board. So if we go back to the actual game, so white played here. I don't know why. I mean, unless this works too, but I think the other variation was pretty clear.
Yeah. This one seems to leave more Aji behind.
So let's say black connects, right?
Yeah, the clamp at E18 is not going to work, right?
Yeah, so this doesn't work because you just play here.
Mm-hmm.
And he should be okay. Unless there's still this ko here.
Well, that's true.
Because then, if white blocks it, then there's a throw in.
Then you just throw in, right.
So it's still a little bit,
Okay.
Still
now the question is he going to find the ko?
Right. So we are still here, I believe.
Oh, I'm all for collaborating with other streamers in the future. Absolutely, Envy Games.
And it looks like Xhu98 is thinking for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very tricky situation.
Oh. Sorry, reading up on the chat in the actual game itself to see if they're mentioning anything that we missed. Doesn't look like it. I don't think there's any other variations you can possibly play. I mean, you're not going to descend.
Yeah.
I mean, you might be trying to read out if this works first, but I don't see why you would do that. That goes back into the other variation that you mentioned.
Right, right. So it seems like this should be okay for white.
Okay. He did actually do that.
Mm-hmm. And so if white just plays G17 now, I think he should be fine.
Hmm.
I'm still curious to see. Okay, so white did play here. So this basically reverts to the other variation. Black is gonna Atari, and then white will capture, black will connect, and then white will live in the top side.
Yeah, at that point, that point is going to be a little bit rough for black because I don't know how he's going to live. I mean, it looks like he's dead after this point.
Yeah.
So white actually killed off black, and because of that, it's probably actually going to be the game unless black's going to try and still use his influence for something.
Well, yeah, he can't. I don't think he can come back from losing all of that territory at the top.
No, likely not. But he might try it anyway, just to see if he can get anything done. Maybe poke through at 07 to see if maybe he is going to get split and he can cut off, and then try to make a large area on the bottom, perhaps. But
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, I think this game is basically over.
Pretty over. Wow. All or nothing go.
It's very risky.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I say people who play stuff like Senran say, you make a big Moyo and hinge the whole game on whether or not you can kill your opponent's stones. It's a lot harder to kill stones than it is to live. It's a lot easier to live because
Yeah.
there's a lot more space and all the pressures on your opponent to eliminate all possibilities of making two eyes.
Yeah.
And I think that's why in professional Go they've really shied away from playing that kind of style. That's why you see a lot more territorial styles where there's a lot more opportunity to come back if something goes awry.
Yeah.
Of course, in the professional sense, we're saying if they, have a 1 point disadvantage out of the opening, they have opportunity. But of course, in amateur games, anything can happen.
Mm-hmm. And of course, you still find a lot of groups getting killed in professional Go, especially if a player's known to be aggressive. But it's usually not like this, where they're only attacking one thing and one thing only has to live. It's always because they've distracted their opponent to doing multiple things at once. They just really couldn't keep up with everything.
Well, usually in professional games, it gets to the point where, they have enough territory that the opponent has to play aggressive, and then, then it gets a little bit messy. Here Black clamp, but it seems like White can just. Oh, I kind of see what he's trying to do. I think he's trying to make another Ko. If
with the
White
at D19.
Right. But the thing is, like we said before, the Ko is not easy for Black to win.
Mm-mm.
And if Black loses the Ko, then he loses the game, so...
Has to be played, though, because at this variation... Because as the board stands right now, with those stones dead, he'd lose anyway, so...
Right. But I don't see any realistic way for Black to win this Ko.
Actually... Does it even go to Ko?
Maybe... Well... You'd have to count the Liberty, because there is a little bit of RG on the outside.
Yeah. Well, Liberties are actually... I mean, we can't actually reduce all of these without taking this one, too.
No, I mean, if you consider...
oh, the outside over here.
Yeah.
2, 3... I think there's enough for White.
Yeah, it feels like White should have enough, but...
Let's see, the game is in fact still here.
So I think he's probably considering it, whether or not he can afford to do that.
Yeah, they definitely need to take their time at this point, because whoever actually gets the better end of this result is the winner of the game.
Right.
They are calling the game in favor of Starstorm in the actual game chat. So did Black have the advantage early in the game then?
I think he did.
He did, but he did the classic, I'm going to say mistake, and he tried to end the game with that, like right then. It's like, I have an advantage, I'm going to keep attacking this until you're dead. Instead of just backing off and getting more ahead, worrying about the weak group later, having a weak group on the board is a good thing. You don't have to resolve it to it being either alive or dead immediately. You want that to hang around.
That's actually a very common mistake. Like a lot of players, they like to kill groups, right? So they go all out to see if they can kill the group. But Go is not really about killing groups. If you have more territory, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
If you can just take a 20-point advantage instead of trying to kill a 50 like point dragon,
Mm-hmm.
just take the 20-point advantage. It's still big enough anyways. So, like,
That was such a hard lesson for me to learn. It's like, no, but what about the stones? It's like, it feels so good picking them off the board. You can just like watch your opponent kind of just have their face fall, each one that you take off. It's like, this is mine now too, and so is this one.
It's like a trap within the game.
Yeah.
To tempt players into killing things.
Yep. Okay, so we decided to forget the cow. I can just kill this immediate.
Of course, if you can read out that you can kill something, then that's fine. But
Mhm.
if you're not gonna take the time, or if you're not fast enough to read out the variations, then you shouldn't bother. Especially if you can win the game by other means, anyways.
Another reason why it's really good to do life and death problems.
Of course. My life and death is very bad. It was very low at the very least.
My first year of playing, when I got to 1-Dan, I pretty much did it just by overwhelming my opponent. It never actually got to a point where we had to read it out. They were just like, okay, that's a dead, I resign. So I was like holding a 1-Dan rank, but I had the life and death of an 8Q? Because I didn't practice, and I didn't do problems, and it didn't come in my games.
8Q's life and death is, I don't know if you can consider it life and death yet.
I would not have considered mine life and death either. Can Black actually live through this? He's hoping he can. He's hoping he can kill the outside stones right now, and thus win the game, I guess. But that's...
I mean, I haven't read it out, but it doesn't feel like he can do that. Just by feeling.
I mean, we can't see him from a way. We can't see for him to wait for him to make 2 eyes in the corner, which means he has to get rid of all the shape points by white, which white I think is going to go ahead and make one right now. Let's see.
I feel like even if white just started filling now, does he have enough already?
You know he might. You're suggesting what, B17 right now?
Well, I mean, let's just say he plays B14 first.
Yeah.
And then like connects or whatever.
Yeah, that I would expect.
So let's just say, here, can I have control for a second?
Oh sure. There you go.
So let's just say he plays here, right? Let's just say something like this happens.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just goes straight into fill. So let's say let's just say he plays like this or something. Does he have enough already?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It feels like he does. You know, let's say black plays on the outside, Sente, then fill.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like 3 versus 5.
Yeah.
Even if white just plays here,
Right.
it's still 4 versus 5. Wait, is this the game?
No. The game is we're still back on to here.
Okay.
So I had to play
So it certainly
Hane.
feels like that white can just kill black right now.
Mm-hmm.
Even playing, a simple variation. But playing simple and go is actually really hard.
It is.
It's extremely. Wait. Is this an actual move?
This is an actual move.
Is he prepared to do something if white plays C13? Oh, then I'll just cut. That's right. Okay.
He's gonna cut if C13?
No.
Surely not. That wouldn't have worked, right?
No. I mean, no. He would play C16. And then like live.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But if white just connects and then cuts, then it seems like black doesn't have a follow-up.
And we're getting the Liberty shortages again, which I think we're going to see almost immediately.
So white can just play b13, and he is a-okay. And he has 2 eyes, actually.
Yeah.
I think we should be seeing resignation very soon.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised he played the Hane rather than have just gone for shape.
I mean, if both works, if he read out that both works, then I mean.
Well, it seems like this one is open to a lot more variation.
Actually, this one. If black plays f14, does white still have enough liberties? I think he does, but it's a little bit more complicated.
Yeah.
So, can I have the control again for a second?
Oh, yeah.
So, if black plays here,
right,
and white plays here, black is not going to extend here. He's going to play... Actually, no, it doesn't matter. I'm stupid. I was thinking like, oh, we can do it with that.
Not quite, yeah.
I hallucinate a lot. Especially when I convince. I say, I like, I don't know. My convincing strength is not very high.
Do we have the actual... Okay, so we do have the Atari in the... Yeah, that's the actual game.
Okay. So this should be the end of the game, really.
Yeah.
Just Atari, yeah.
Just extend, yeah.
And that should be GG.
Yep. Good effort, but does definitely highlight why you probably don't want to go all in on a group. Especially early on in the game.
At least mine was...
Oh.
No, he's just desperate at this point.
Yeah, he's looking to see if he can use all that influence first.
Like, white can just connect. It's not even really influence anymore. Like,
well, true.
If white plays K11 and then somehow like captures at O12, black doesn't have 2 eyes.
Well, he's definitely looking for anything.
It's the last ditch effort.
Oh, 89 viewers, really? That's great. Thank you all for coming by. Hope you're enjoying this particular tournament series. I do want to remind you that round 2 will continue Saturday, I should say.
I think is it every week on Saturday?
I think so, yeah. For this month, I think it's every week.
I might have to miss one later on down the road for New Jersey Open. That's at the end of the month. But I'm sure we can point around that later.
Yeah, like we're doing today. We'll just find a day that you're open. It'll be okay. We're not going to forfeit you or anything. Oh my... I was actually watching a completely unrelated tournament last night where one person was like a few minutes late showing up and they just got instant forfeit for their entire team.
Ouch.
Yeah. So black's now reducing even the hope of using anything that resembles influence. Black can take third line territory if he really wants to.
Well, the thing is, white has an eye already, and white already jumped out, so white's not gonna die.
No. Though it would appear...
that's what...
Black is in fact aggressive enough to try to do that too. I will kill everything, one group at a time.
This is really just kind of learning how to judge the position.
Whoa, what was that?
If you're a stronger player and you look at that group at the top, the white group, you kind of get this feeling like it won't die.
Right.
Like, not anything out. Like, it's just kind of like the feeling, you know? Intuition.
Guess he's now trying to make territory?
even if white just pushes and lets black make everything,
It's still, yeah, it's more
it's
than
not
enough.
more than like 30 some points.
Yeah. How is your counting?
Um,
Are you fairly accurate, do you think, through the game?
I think maybe not like counting, but like just again, this is kind of like the judgment, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like you can kind of
I think you just muted yourself.
uh, did I? Am I still?
Yeah, now I hear you, but for a minute there, it cut out.
Oh, I might have accidentally pushed something.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so it's kind of like just a judgment kind of thing.
Mm.
You can kind of tell that even if black surrounds that it won't be enough.
Right.
And then you can actually count. So you say, oh, black has maybe 16, maybe 18 points in the top right, maybe some 20 in the bottom right. It's like 38. So if he has like, let's just say he has 35 in the center, that's very generous.
Yeah.
That's 73 points total, right? -1 for the capture, 72. -7 for Komi, 65. So white only needs 65 points to win, right?
Yeah.
So the top is how much? That's 5, 10, 15, 30, 35, 36, 41, 47, 50, 55. The top alone is almost 60.
Yeah.
Maybe like 58 plus a little bit. So if white makes 5 points also on the board, he's gonna win the game, which is very possible.
I would say so.
Well, I don't even know if very possible is an understatement.
Well, yeah, it looks like Black will attempt to try to catch up. I wonder if he's actually going to go all the way to scoring with this, or if he's actually trying to kill this, and then... White's going to counterattack a little bit. Interesting.
It's a good move.
Yeah. No fault if he just connected, though, and just said, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a banner on the...
OGS.
An OGS. That's cool.
Yeah. I think Fago helped us out with that.
Oh, nice.
He's a mod on OGS.
White just said, go ahead and cut me. You seem like you've been wanting to do that for a while now. But of course, that doesn't work.
Okay, I mean, like...
Just, we can just connect. He connects under, and then we've got two eyes.
Yeah. White is trying to squeeze every last bit of advantage he can get before he has to connect. If he has to connect at all, which it seems like he might not have to.
Does white N3 not work?
Well, it feels like white could just play 0-4 and then have Miaiv connecting or living.
Yeah.
And then just take Zente. To play like 8-7, which is humongous. I think we can actually put Josh at 5D, because that's what his AGA rank is.
Yeah. My official AGA rank back from 2004 is 5 Dan, and that's pretty much just what I tell people. It's like, yeah, I'm 5 Dan, whatever. It gets too difficult going, well, on this server, I'm this,
yeah.
Oh, God, I'm actually dropping a few frames. What is going on? My latency has, in fact, just gone really bad.
So here we can see Josh basically made another 4, 5, 6, 7. Another 25 points in the bottom left, which is far in excess of what he needs.
I actually have to check another. I had to check a laptop real quick. I'll be right back. I need to see what's going on with my latency.
Okay.
Alright, I'm terribly sorry about that. I think I fixed it. Sorry about internet troubles, people. These things happen. My latency has returned to normal.
So I think Black just kind of trying anything he can, but it's really to no avail.
Yeah. Let's see, I'm double checking to make sure my stream's still up. Yeah, it is. Alright, so what's going on here? I'm gonna go back for a second because I missed the last couple of moves. Yeah, white just defended. I mean, even if he completely steals the corner, that's not gonna be enough.
I mean, yeah, I mean, Black is kind of out of options right now.
Yeah. I mean, white's grip on the bottom is now connected and okay. Not going to be able to disconnect the left-hand side. Though, to be brutally honest, you could disconnect the left-hand side and probably beat the c5 stones, and you're still fighting an uphill battle.
Xhu98, 33.
So, I mean, even if you did manage to kill those stones, you'd just give up anything you had in the middle.
So Black has maybe 40. We'll be generous and say 45 points, excluding the center,
Right.
which appears to be extremely small now. Remember before I was saying, you know, maybe 35 at most. Now we're talking like at most like 20 at most.
Yeah.
If he gets to like 3 moves in a row.
Probably not going to quite get that.
Remember, so basically white just needs to make 5 points on the left side to win the game.
Right.
At this rate, it looks like he might get, you know, maybe upwards of 30.
Okay, there goes the cut. This has to be the last thing, I would think.
So 04 seems like it should be the next move.
Yep, there it goes.
And that makes me cutting Black or living.
Or, yep. I think when white finally lives here, I imagine black will probably resign? Maybe?
Yeah, there's nothing else left for Black.
Okay.
I think Black might actually end up dying again
On the left-hand side, yeah.
It's very possible.
Because he's not going to save these stones in Sente.
Yeah.
He's going to turn up, white's going to Hane.
Josh is he's not a bad player at all. He actually beat me, I think 3 months ago about in a local tournament. So I mean,
oh yeah, he mentioned that you guys.
Yeah, I think we both have video reviews of that up on our YouTube channels.
Oh, cool. Which I should point out again that you can find Odnihs' YouTube channel at youtube.com/lightvolty, and you can find Starstorms at youtube.com/ / I want to say Masterman535. And they're complaining that the stream is down. Is it really? No, stream is still up. I see it. Honest.
So remember before I was saying 20 points if black gets 3 moves in a row?
Mm-hmm.
Now it's looking like points if black gets 3 points in a row.
Looking like how many points? I'm sorry, you cut out again. I think maybe it's the connection from your microphone to your laptop or your computer that's getting jostled.
I'm not. Wait.
Yeah, that just did it again.
Okay, yeah. I think I was accidentally pushing some button on my audio control.
Oh, okay.
That's why. I'll leave that alone.
So how many points did you say?
If black gets 3 moves in a row, I think he can make 10 points.
Alright, there he goes, trying to kill.
So white's just gonna push up once at F5 to kill the 2 stones.
Yep.
And he's probably...
Or just... Alright, be safe, that's fine too. He has a Twitch channel that... I'll get that for you momentarily. I had to look it up myself as well. I was a little bit uncertain as to how you spelled his channel, actually. One quick moment.
Just some shameless advertising. I also do have a Facebook page where I post some updates and random notes and stories and whatever, so you can check that out too. Over the past, I think a month ago, I made a book list of all of the books I own and wrote a little blip for each of them. So you can find that on there too if you check that out.
Cool, cool. I actually don't have White's information listed here. I thought I did. I'll ask him, I'll double check after the game to see if there's anything that he would like to advertise.
I think this move is Gote.
Yeah, B14 can't live. And the inside corner, even if he got that move, he could have just thrown in.
Yeah.
But maybe he's looking for a place to resign?
Possibly. I mean, at this point, Starstorm doesn't have to take any risks. He can just play wherever he wants.
Yep. Just keep everything alive that's already alive, and everything dead that's already dead.
That's another thing. When you become stronger, you have to realize when you can just win the game, and you don't have to win it by more. As long as you win the game, it's enough. So once you're ahead, you can play safe.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Once you're comfortably ahead, it's no longer up to you to win the game. It's up to your opponent to figure out how not to lose the game.
Yeah.
So don't give them any openings. Don't help them. Let them figure that out all by themselves.
I have thrown my fair share of games by trying to get further ahead, and then I get cut and then I die somewhere.
Yeah.
Not a good feeling.
No. Things start coming back to life that should not have been able to.
Yeah. At the same time, I've also had a number of games where my opponent did the same thing. So
Right.
it's definitely not a unique thing.
Okay, that's Sente. I'll grant that one.
I think he actually lost a point doing that.
No shame in being 20 QM hips. It's all
Everyone's
good.
touched somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'd say that the DDK SDK games are probably the DDK and SDK days of your Go playing career.
Oh,
are,
wow.
In a way, one of the most exploratory.
Okay, so Black ran out of time and Starstorm won, but I
mean that's kind of
yeah.
besides the point.
Yeah. Let's see. Is there any questions that we had for them? Let's see. I know I get Starstorm here to ask him questions. Not sure about Black. I don't have him on my Skype.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hey. Hey.
All right. Welcome to the call. We've got a demonstration open in. That's...
Oh, let me join the demo.
All right.
One moment.
Because there were a few questions that we had about the game.
Oh yeah, it was probably not my prettiest game. That was a wild fight.
Yeah.
Okay, is here.
Are you?
I think.
I think not.
Nope. Now I am.
Now you are. First one, we were mildly surprised by the split, the rather old-fashioned split that you chose
Really?
here. Is there any reason why you picked this over, let's say, the
approaching
standard
to
approach?
R14,
Yeah.
which is more modern.
Yeah.
I considered doing R14, but actually, I just wanted this game to be a simple game.
Mhm.
I didn't intend for it to be a massive fight, so no, I played it for simplicity. But yeah, R14 of course is the standard move these days. I know.
Were you expecting your opponent to go for a kind of a framework on top of the board as a result
Some kind
of
of
that?
double wing formation, yeah.
Okay.
I was intending for that, and then I got greedy and I should have just jumped. Yep.
Jump what here?
All I needed was P10. I
Yeah.
think P10 would have done well for me.
I was wondering if you were going to do that. Odnihs had a
it's
different
slow move,
suggestion.
but it's
though.
really effective here.
I think Odnihs had a different suggestion for what you were able to do. He didn't disagree at all with you in closing. That was completely fine.
Oh, really? I mean, I guess that was okay, but I don't know. I felt like I was being greedy.
Hmm.
Yeah, this was annoying.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have pushed though. That was a mistake.
No, this is normal.
No, that's normal. I mean, the push it to 008.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that was
yeah.
bad. No, I know.
Should've
As soon as I played it, it's
yeah.
like, yeah. Well, see, I wanted to do that originally, but then I was just worried he was going to take P17 or similar, and that makes the whole upper or even Q17, and that just makes the whole upper right just really, really ugly for me.
That's definitely expected, but I think it'd be a little bit prettier than the actual variation. And
No,
of
no,
course,
I know. I was being greedy for Sente, and it turned
Yeah.
out miserably for me.
and of course,
yeah.
if we don't play either of those, then we're just gonna get completely enclosed.
Yep, which goes back to why I thought maybe P10 was the better idea.
I see.
But yeah, this was not fun. Not enjoying this.
Let's see.
Very annoyed.
Yeah, especially
said
here.
Just helped us take this for nothing.
I said he could have played 07 before connecting.
07 before connecting. Oh yeah, here. Right. See what Black's gonna do against you. If you're gonna actually play this variation, or if you're going to give up the stones.
Yeah, just give it to him.
Mm-hmm.
But if
Good
you do
trouble.
that, then he makes better shape.
Yeah.
Yes. So then
Now,
we
this
start
is-
our massive fight over here.
This is actually another thing that we were talking about, because you have a lot of different choices of here.
Oh,
you
there's
could,
a lot of them.
yeah. I mean, you've got the one that you did play. You've got the attachment. You've got the 3/3. Any
course.
particular reason why you decided on P18 above everything else?
I wanted to emphasize the side rather than the corner. Whether that's correct or not is a good question, but my feeling was if I just did something simple like R17, Black would be thrilled to just lock me into a tiny corner, take Sente, and just continue developing his upper right in peace. I wanted to try and interrupt that.
I see. I think Odnihs pointed out that it was probably better off to go with the
that's
attachment.
the classic idea,
Mhm.
and in retrospect, probably a better idea.
Yeah.
No, I that's the classic move, and I should have done that.
To be fair, the trouble that you got into was a little bit strange, because he went all out to try to kill this.
Yeah, I did not expect that kind of absolute viciousness, I suppose you might want to call it,
Yeah.
to kill me. I thought he'd just, push me small and continue developing, and I thought the opening was, I mean, I don't think it was terrible for me, but I thought that Black was probably doing a little bit better here.
Yeah. We expected that he was going to maybe jump out one more time
Yeah,
to put
that's
pressure
what
on
I
you, and then just
really
go
expected.
away.
I did not expect the absolute all-out, I will kill you viciousness that ensued.
Yeah. He didn't like you very much.
No. And then he double honeys me even. It's like,
Have you played him
wow.
before?
Huh?
Have you played him before?
Never, not once. I mean, I'm usually the more aggressive player in a game, but I didn't hold a candle.
Yeah.
So he just goes all out. It's like, okay, fine.
Yep.
I will accept your challenge.
Sorry, what was that,
You
Odnihs?
should have just blocked out R13 instead of P12.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, R13 was all he
He just
needed, and then
blocks.
I could just taken the 2 stones, and he would have been fine.
Mm.
Then
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do
He gets Sente.
O17. He
Yeah,
gets Sente,
Sente.
and his center's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
He can get that Hane at M6 maybe. I don't know. There's all sorts of options.
Right.
This is
Yeah.
this. I would say this is great for black.
I'd probably play at like C13. Well, I play at
Yeah,
the bottom.
C15 kind of pisses me off.
Ah, yeah. The approach. Right,
I
right,
would have
right.
to do something like B14. I can't really resist. Well, I might have to. I don't.
Yeah, I don't think
I
you
don't
can
know.
respond passively here. I could be
Hey,
wrong,
hey.
but it seems
I
like
feel like
even
if I
just
did
letting
that,
him
you
try to
just
just build up is kind of
I
big.
hate that. I don't know. I might have to try, but if I do, I'm just gonna turn into a string. So that move's that move angers me a lot. This
Either way,
side-
this is definitely good for black.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Very
Definitely
much.
good. But here he just I'm
All or
gonna kill you
nothing.
all out.
It's all or nothing.
It's very dangerous.
Yeah,
But
I
we
was-
did find that he had an opportunity later.
Oh,
to
did he?
Right.
Kill you.
Really? 'Cause
Yeah.
I thought I had read it. I had spent a lot of time reading here.
I think it was
So
what?
here, G15 I think is not good.
What would you recommend? Oh,
Just
that
wait.
one?
Mm-hmm.
I considered it, but I thought he had what was it?
Because he has to connect here.
F17. No. F17. That doesn't work. Got to do F17. That was what I was reading. And then I don't think the K13 just quite doesn't work.
Oh, that.
I think it
Yeah.
does.
Does it
work.
still? My reading
If
was
you-
it didn't.
If you play G15,
Yeah, G15 and then cut and then play the
Atari.
wedge, the K13. This is what I was reading. Yeah, and then you can Atari at G13. Yeah, and then you can try and wedge at K13 and cut. But then black. My thinking was black would just do H12 and then just after white extends follow up with K11, and it's not pretty, but I don't think white can capture it. Correct me if I'm mistaken. And then just
Might be
K.
Yeah.
This was my read.
okay, you might be right.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, that looks like it works.
Looks ugly, but black is so thick that he can do it.
Yeah, that's one of the things that we were constantly talking about, because you guys were playing so quickly that we were wondering just how much you were actually reading.
Oh, it was. I think it was a matter of pace. You know, once one player starts to start playing fast, I on the critical points, I tried to read a bit longer. My time was really running out by the end. But,
So, the early game, you were playing
Basically
quickly because he was?
no, I mean, I wanted to pace my time first of all.
Oh, okay.
30 minutes is not an infinite amount of time,
Right.
and I hate being in Yo-Yomi when there's a critical moment here and there. So you know, I would try and play quickly through the parts that I thought I could.
This was
but,
confusing too. Because we weren't
really?
sure what... Yeah, we weren't sure what you read as to how this could be an I.
S15.
Because it's ugly as crap, but can't this just be denied?
That's an I. S14. And then R15.
Oh,
Yeah,
deny.
that's simple. Then just push and cut.
And then black has ability problems.
Push and cut. That was my strategy.
So
He was
what
meant
if
to keep liberties?
what if he played S17 instead of S16?
Then my strategy fails miserably. Huh. Yeah, that would be very bad. Well, and this is why you're the all-powerful Sexton.
Well,
Yeah, that would be bad. Okay, well, that was close. Yeah, so my reading was totally focused on this variant, and then you can just cut right through. And I thought I was being very fancy, but lo and behold, S17 really screws me over.
Hmm. Yep. So that was... This was kind of strange.
Well,
Actually.
well, I mean,
What else?
There's
was
actually
there?
I think there was a co here that Odnihs found.
Really? Because I was trying so hard to avoid any and all co's.
Well, I think there's a code for both variations.
Hmm.
Really? I was trying to avoid the co with like everything I had.
Let's see.
See, here I read carefully. I spent a lot of time.
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
'cause here
no,
you could.
can't do that because I'll just connect it to G19, and then if he plays E18, I'll just.
But that's where the
E17.
co comes in.
Yeah. Because then what
You
if
can't play
he
this.
plays K19?
Then I.
Because you're gonna block it,
Very sad.
and then. Oops.
Oh, jeez. That is not nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's one way of setting up a co. Ha! You found a co.
I think there's a code with both variations.
Was there a co in this one?
Good find.
I
Wow,
think
that's really cool. Huh?
Was there a co in this one? I don't remember this
You
one.
can't do G19.
No, he can do G19 and then play K19.
Oh, it's co. It's
Oh,
co.
right, and then do that. Yeah, okay, there was.
Still co.
Yeah.
Well, no, wait. I can just play a F19. His
Uh,
E18 doesn't really work. It's a fake. Isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, was there a co here?
No, I don't think there's a co
Yeah,
here.
I guess if he can F19, then there's no co.
If I can F19. I'm not
Yeah.
positive I can. No, I can't. If that, it's co.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because if
Well,
you
literally,
yeah,
like,
because originally we
regular
thought
F19.
this one.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
that one. There.
But
That's
if F19 works,
jeez.
then that should be fine.
That's
Wait,
Yeah.
but
Does it?
Uh.
Because we, I guess I
no,
have to
that's
Atari?
no, because then you Atari, right?
Right, of
Makes
course.
sense.
And then gotta go down, and then White has to play D18. No choice.
Okay.
Well, you play that move.
I mean, yeah. but
And
what-
then,
what-
so if I want to avoid the co, have to go there. Sure. Then have to play D18.
1 second. D18.
And then,
eliminate an eye somehow.
L19?
Let's see.
I think I lose by a liberty. Black should just, well, wait.
Oh, wait, do you?
Hmm.
No, I think it's
think
I versus
you're
no. Yeah, the
Yeah.
internal count.
Right.
Okay, so I think I got this.
Yeah,
Right?
okay. Either way, there's like so much Aji back in here.
Oh, I know. I was just terrified trying to use my time and read all this, but yeah, this was annoying.
Yeah. Glad you
Had to
avoided that
avoid that
co.
co.
That,
To avoid that co.
yeah.
Although we came to the conclusion that even if it was co, you'd still be okay.
I'd
Yeah,
probably
there's
be,
not
I
enough
have so many
threats.
local threats, I'd probably be okay.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to kill it nice and simple and end the game. I was sick of this fight. It had spawned for 110 moves.
Did you read that there were fewer variations just by playing this rather than the Hane?
I read out that if he clamped, I could cut him, so I didn't really mind the clamp. I guess I was a little annoyed that he would get C14 instead of me.
Hmm.
But yeah, I read out the clamp, and I saw
Okay.
that I could cut. So I thought this was fine for me.
Alright. And at this point, the game is pretty much over.
And yeah, it's just Black trying things
To kill you again.
to kill me again. Literally.
Which is amazing.
Literally.
Mhm.
I've never experienced a game with this much attempting to kill me since I was
He
like...
just wanted you dead.
He really wanted me dead. And I was like, uh-oh. I might oblige him if I'm not careful.
Yeah. Alright, congratulations on your win.
Oh, thank you. That was a wild fight.
For those of you who need reminding once again, those of you on YouTube can find all the links down below. Those of you in the chat, you can find Starstorm, the player who was playing White this game. You can find his YouTube channel at youtube.com/masterman535. Person who was casting with me today, Odnihs, you can find his YouTube channel at youtube.com/lightvolty. Again, all the links will be down below on YouTube.
Who am I playing next weekend?
Let's see, you have won your match, so you get the honor of playing against... Ooh, it's already there. You're playing against Shengo, the person who beat Jermel.
Oh, okay.
Jerry Shen. I'm sure
Yeah,
you know
Jerry
him
Shen.
from
Who?
Congress is Jerry Shen?
Jerry Shen?
Yeah.
I
He was at Congress this year.
mean, I'm sure I saw him at the Congress. But,
yeah, probably.
all the names just start fitting together eventually.
And if you manage to beat him, you'll have the... Unless something odd happens, like some weird I'm going to probably assume you're probably going to wind up going up against Odnihs in round 3, that we'll have to see about that.
That's kind of we have kind of a history of games.
We have a long history.
We have a very long history. Yeah, in an even game, if we were to play a Jubango, even 10 games, Justin would probably beat me 7-3, 8-2, something like that. So so he's I have no qualms. I have no doubts that he's certainly a little stronger than me. But I will make sure it's still an exciting game.
I think it's definitely Josh is definitely not a pushover per se.
Oh, you're too nice.
Well, he didn't die here, despite someone definitely attempting every move to kill him. So I definitely agree with that.
This was a terrifying fight, by the way.
Yeah.
Wow. I haven't had this kind of.
And because I'm a complete dick, I'm hoping that we see a rematch between you and him. I hope one of you either goes down into the losers bracket and meets up, or he comes up out of the losers bracket and you meet up again.
It was a very strange experience for me this game because I love fighting, and I'm normally the one who provokes insanity in my games. But,
well, I just want to
not this game.
I just want to see if a rematch will have him trying to again go all out to kill you.
I will play the same exact opening just for the sake of seeing what happens.
That would be cool. I hope that happens. I really hope that happens. But alright, congratulations on your win.
Thank you, and
look
thank
forward
you
to
very
seeing you
much
next
for
round.
casting this whole time.
Yep. Let's see, round 2, for those of you watching, will begin Saturday. Do tune into that. If you missed any part of this, I will have this game uploaded on my YouTube channel later. And I think that's it. So thanks for stopping by, everyone. Can't wait to see round 2. And I will see you all next time. Take care, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Adios.